Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today I'm making smoked haddock and Cumberland sausage fish cake balls, which I'm then going to coat in breadcrumbs. So I've already prepared the potatoes, which I've done with some dried mint. So I've done minted potatoes. I'm just slightly cooking off the Cumberland sausage. Now some people will remember this Cumberland sausage from my haul videos, where I bought a lot of Cumberland sausage. I think it was 2 kilos, and I bagged it off individually, and I'm still taking it out portion by portion, because I vacuum sealed them and put them in the freezer. So I'll take them out portion by portion and use them for different meals. There's not many of them left, is there now?
I think there's still about 4 bags left.
There's about 4 bags left. So this is one of those said meals. I managed to get some haddock from one of the Food Initiative smoked haddock. And that's been sitting in the freezer for a little while. I'm not sure if I can see the date on it. So it should have been used by November 23. And it would have cost £7.42. And I think I picked that up for about 84 pence. So this I'm cooking off the chorizo. Sorry, the Cumberland sausage. It was a toss-up between using chorizo or the Cumberland sausage, and I think I ended up giving most of the chorizo to my eldest son, and I couldn't actually find any in the freezer, so I had some salami and decided on the Cumberland. So I'm just going to pop that on a plate. It's cooked enough for the purposes we need it for. I don't want to get rid of all the oil. Because we're cooking them together, I'm going to baste the fish in this same oil. Waste not, want not. Just going to add a little bit more. Just going to sear the fish around the edges, and then I'm going to baste it in some milk. Just rinse my hands. I've never really done it this way before when I've made fish cakes. We've made salmon cakes and a variety of fish, and normally I just break it up and add to the fish cakes. But as I was browsing through some recipes, I actually saw this method I'm about to do, because I'm always learning and wanting to try new methods, this is what I'm doing this time. So hopefully I'll get the maximum amount of flavour out of the fish. Just trying to sear the edges. I know we're going to break it down, but it's done properly. It's the Wallflowers works with fish, but we never get discounts on the fish or anything like that. We used to with your old company, didn't we? But not with this company. And we do like our fish. Do many of you eat fish?
We get it cheap enough at the Food Initiative anyway.
That's it. Well, that's done enough for my liking at the moment. And I'm actually going to add the milk into that pan. Just going to pour the milk over. to the bottom. I'm just going to leave that for a few minutes and bring that to the boil. So, as I say, I have potatoes ready for the fish cakes, but I'm also doing tomorrow's evening meal in the new stock pot. So I've took to my own devices and put my own recipe together. Not much different than what I would normally do in a pan. So in the freezer I had some cauliflower frozen. So I've popped that in. It's actually defrosted in here in the stock pot. I had some frozen sprouts, some frozen carrots. I've chopped up a fresh leek, and I've added a horseshoe shaped smoked sausage that I've cut into slices. I've put 2 chicken stock cubes in. They were the first that came to hand. And I've put a tablespoon of rosemary in. I didn't actually measure the water. When I took the sprouts and the carrots out of the freezer, I decided to defrost them slightly first. So I added some water and put them in a pan, put them on the cooker. And when I decided they were sufficiently defrosted, I added that water into the slow cooker as well. So I've used the same water I've defrosted them with.
On the pan.
It is, yeah. Just turn it over. Probably not meant to turn it over, am I? But there we have it. So, and the only thing I haven't added yet is potatoes. So, over the years before I had the Presto canner, I always water bathed everything. And I did it with a number of things. I know it's not USDA approved, etc. It's probably classed as rebel canning. But I've had quite a lot of success with it personally, and as the saying goes, my kitchen, my rules. So I'm not advising you to do this unless you think it's a good method yourself. Glasses on again. So these potatoes, we call them spuds, were done in August 2022, and they were water bath canned, and as you can see, they're a nice white colour. There's a bit of sediment, but they look pretty clear to me and look okay. As with any food, we smell, we look and we taste, but before the cooking process we really can only look and smell, and it's normally a big giveaway. Now these look slightly darker, but again the water's still pretty much clear. There's not a lot of sediment, and it's a 50-50 chance will these smell or won't they.
But they were done in 21.
These were done in January 21, so they're 3 years old and water bathed.
You have to use the...
Oh, I've done it. It wasn't a big pop. They don't smell. But are we going to trust them?
I wouldn't.
No. So, although they don't smell, we don't think the pop was sufficient, and they do look a bit brown compared to the standard of what we're used to. We're used to them looking very white. So we're going to reject that one. We're going to put it to one side. I'm just going to wash my hands again. Now the second jar, as I say, is just over 18 months, would you say now?
Oh, yeah.
August 22.
You won't get that off if it's sealed.
And my hands are wet.
You have to use the thing. That's why I was surprised you got that top off on that one.
Here we go with the handy gadget. Oh, did you hear that release then? No, I'd say they smelt okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So we're going to drain those off and we're going to use them. Does anyone else hear the pop? Let me know if you heard the suction. Sugar-dee-doo. I'm just going to drain these off quickly. Got a pile of dishes in the sink. Kitchen is chaos. It's a working kitchen, that's right. The amount of butter we've made in this kitchen in the last few days. So I'm now going to add those into the stock pot. Give them a... I thought that sieve was going to drop then. Give them a quick stir in amongst everything else. Let's get them immersed. Now the good thing is these potatoes will absorb some more of the liquid. Sometimes I do add thickener, but I prefer it when I don't have to. So we'll see how it goes. The beef stew that I made recently from the cooking lessons, Mr. Wallflowers loved it being quite liquidy because he likes to dip bread in. Typical. Oscar likes to do the same, but I prefer a stew, casserole, a scouse, whatever we choose to call it. I prefer it a little bit thicker, and Oscar and Mr. Wallflowers prefer it a little bit thinner. So we'll look for a happy medium. I'm going to leave that. We've got it on low because this is tomorrow evening's meal and we're in no rush for it. I'm trying to make 2 meals, get ready for a live stream that we're doing tonight at 9 PM. We've got just over an hour now, so we're going to continue to prepare the fish cake balls. The fish is done, we're quite happy with that. Move on to the next stage, which is the mashed potatoes. And there's still some liquid in there. I'm just slightly going to use the same drainer and drain them off. Now these are absolutely smothered in the mince. They smell delicious. They look quite dark. I don't seem to have a masher available.
Maybe other drawer.
Let's see. Yeah.
Just hold it in with it and just mash it all up together.
Fish in. Fish in. Give it a slight mash before I add the egg. There's plenty of fish in there. I'm actually going to chop some of these chorizo down. Cumberland, yeah, Cumberland. You have to keep reminding me what it is I'm cooking. So I'm just quartering it. The Cumberland only needs to be a taster, really. We don't need big chunks. And as I say, I've mashed the fish down, so it's all about the flavour, really. Trying to remember what other herb I wanted to add, but I think it's a bit late now. I've added the mince, so mint's sufficient. I've added rosemary to the casserole. I'm trying to get in the habit of adding a good supply of herbs and flavours. Well, not only for the flavours, but for the health benefits as well. Please don't ask me to go into detail about what health benefits from what herbs, because unfortunately I don't know all the facts. I just know herbs are very healthy. If you know, please let me know. Always open to learn. It can take quite a while to make fish cakes because it's all the different procedures of boiling the potatoes, preparing the meat, the fish, whatever it is we're using to put into it. Then it's flouring your board and getting your breadcrumbs ready and doing it, but one step at a time. What's the saying? How do you eat an elephant? One step at a time.
Bite.
One bite at a time. Okay. I think I'm actually going to make banana fritters with Oscar tomorrow. The fruit in the fruit bowl keeps catching my eye. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't go to waste. So many bananas in this house end up going to waste, and it's a crying shame. I'm going to crack an egg in there. One that doesn't stick to the bottom of the tray. As usual, the shell and the compost. The egg will just bind everything together a bit more securely so they don't fall apart. Okay. Change that chopping board.
Come on to escape.
I'm sure you'll give that a taste check. Right, now I have breadcrumbs as I'm trying to use up older stock out of the pantry. The breadcrumbs here are dated February 22. And I'm still quite happy to use them. I've already opened them and checked them. So just going to fill a bowl.
Some southern fried as well.
Yeah. Fill a bowl with the breadcrumbs with a mixture. They're just normal breadcrumbs and these are southern fried ones. And the date on these were June 22. So again, 18 months or so. And I'm just going to mix both of those together. Alright, on my board I need some flour. Do I need flour? Am I just going to go straight in? I'll just put a bit of flour on the boards just in case.
That looks a bit wet.
Yeah, I'll just go straight into the breadcrumb. Just put that there in case I get too sticky. Right, it's very, very wet.
Mm.
I've now got my hands dirty. Clean plate, Mr. Wallflowers. I don't want these fish cake balls being too big. I'm just going to roll them. Get crumbs. It's a messy job. But we'll get through it. Never want to shy away from a messy job.
No pain, no gain.
That's it. So you can see what I'm doing here. So I'll finish off what's in the pan. I'll get them all set out. We'll have enough for the evening meal. We'll have enough for putting some away for another meal during the week. And just make the most of what we've got here. I might have club fingers by the time you come back, but hey, we'll get through it. So let me carry on. They're not the most attractive fish balls you've ever seen, but they'll taste beautiful and they'll be edible. I just wanted to show you my nasty club fingers and the terrible mess I've created. But I managed to get 22 fish balls out of that. And some are larger than others, very rustic looking. We'll completely enjoy them. I'm just frying them off and turning them off. Mr. Wallflowers has helped me as we go along. I'll just do so many for tea and then I'll freeze the others the way they are, and then I'll bring them out and cook them when we're going to use them. But in the meantime, I'll clean myself up, clean my station up and show you what the end result looks like. See you in a minute. So I fried them off, had a quick change of clothing ready and put my face on. That means put my makeup on, for those that don't know my terminology. I always call it putting my face on when I put my makeup on. So I'm all ready for the live stream now. Mr. Wallflowers cooked off the last of the fish cakes and threw in another jar of the water bath potatoes. So they're like roast potatoes chips really. And we're just going to have a taste. So open wide, Mr. Wallflower. Oh, let me just catch you on camera. Bit crunchy. What can you taste? What flavours?
Taste the fish and the sausage.
You can taste it as well? Yeah, very nice.
Very nice.
Okay. My turn. My turn. All I can smell is the salt and vinegar.
Very nice.
Not to overpower them, just plenty of flavour. I like the crispiness of the coating. I'm glad I added the breadcrumbs. And yeah, all matches together really, really well. If I had more time, I'd have compacted the balls a little bit tighter, done them a little bit smaller, and hopefully would have got a lot more balls out of them. I'd have done them like meatball size. But as you can imagine, I'm trying to do so many things at once and get ready for the live stream as well. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 left. And I'll put them on a sheet, freeze them, and then pop them in the Ziploc bag and pop them in the freezer drawer. And they'll just be pulled out raw and can be recooked any other time. And I'll probably do them in the chip pan or deep fat fryer at that point. These were actually cooked in the frying pan. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed the recipe. Let me know if you do similar, or what mixes of fish and meat you put together, or what type of fish cakes or fish balls you make. Looking forward to catching up with everyone on the live stream. It's like a night out, but in catching up with friends that we haven't spoken to for quite a while. And I'm really looking forward to the live stream this evening. So if this video is probably going out at the time that we're actually on a live stream, but you can go back, you can catch it afterwards, and then get in a rhythm then to join us each weekend for our live streams and our quizzes. We're actually playing a quiz called Balderdash on Sunday, and it's a new game we're introducing to the quizzes, and I'm quite looking forward to that. And Oscar's actually going to take part with us, or so he says so far, so hopefully he does. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the recipe. We'll catch you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.